Hello. This is the third time I've been recording this, so because my iPad have ran out of storage twice, and I forgot to clear up the storage, which is why I'm recording this the third time. Let's just quickly do it because it's really getting late. It's like 2 a.m. in my place. I might not sound terribly sleepy because I'm not. I had a nap, so it's okay. So this season has been kind of a mess for me because of this guy. This guy is driving me crazy, absolutely crazy. I don't even know what am I supposed to do there. But let's see what's going on. This guy has a +10 Leif, have running 2 Leafs for some reason, and runs a Sortis with a single air. This scores 130 if I recall, but this one is still not so infuriating yet because there's a little bit of luck involved. Let me explain later. Leafs goes for the initiation. Because of the Savage Blow, lands the Q on Celica. Azura goes for the dance. And goes for the trap gamble, why not? And if anyone needs to know why Leif is so good as a vantage unit, this is why. Because Leif hits twice, what happens is that Leif will be able to get into vantage range quite easily and just take units out like that. And because of Neuron Zeal, she's able to take out multiple threats at once. And yeah, that's about it. Pretty much. But like any other vantage units, you are prone to missing out Aether, but then again, I don't think this guy really give really that much concern about missing Aether because he's running a 130 Leaf team. I don't think he really cares. That's about it. Okay. So I'm going to change up my format a little bit because the next two are particularly interesting. This guy, he actually went for a double bait, which is actually quite unorthodox. But let me bring out a new magical tool that I am really tempted to use for a long time. Ta-da! Okay, so let me explain what is going on with the AI stuff a little bit, because I really want the content to be a little bit more educational. Due to Lunar Arc, will always attack if there's anyone in range. So anyone in this parameter will always attack. With that said, that is why Celica also has a rally. That way, Celica, because Titania will still be in range, will actually go and rally Titania. Azura will be available. Goes for the dance. And after that, since Celica is in this position, you're able to take out whatever that's in the parameter. So for this case, you go after Marv. And that is no problem. So let me just quickly go here.
Your feelings give me strength.
Forgive me, friends.
Okay, so now everything is settled. But the main issue is that because now Titania is already buffed with attack, because has the same rally, wouldn't rally Titania. Instead, Titania will just go straight directly at Erika in this case. Let me bring that up again. But that is a problem, because what happens is that because Titania is tanky, let's just assume that she gets the launch off because she's really durable. But if launch doesn't go off, yeah, then my whole like master plan isn't going to work. But let's say she got launched and she's in this current spot. What happens is that because Kronya is in range, rally Kronya, and Azura can't do anything, and that's not what we want. The most ideal scenario is that will go down, go for a rally. Azura, upon seeing that had used his turn, will go back, do a dance. Titania goes here, take a launch, and force Erika in this position. When that happens, Kronya and will be in double. No, that's not it. That's not it. Let's just avoid drawing that for a little bit. So now both Kronya and will try his best to go for Erika, and which is in this case something what I want. But because I did not account into this interaction, this becomes a problem. So let's just see what happened. As I mentioned, Titania is really tanky. So getting the launch isn't much of an issue here. The issue is because go for the rally and everything falls apart. Not what I want. Definitely not what I want. And after that, it just cleaned up, so I won't bother showing the remaining portion, cause it's not interesting at all. Just typical cleanup duty. Right, this next one. Is this guy again? I really have no idea what am I supposed to do with Legendary Leif. Yes. Yes. So much things that are really good on him. I'm not even sure if it's like worth it to counter him to begin with. Okay. Let me quickly play until the end of his turn. Okay. Let me just quickly bring this up for like a little bit. Alright, before I begin, let me just do a little bit of vandalism because this guy sickens me. Okay, yeah, this looks good. Okay. What happens is that for this case, Leif is actually within range of Titania. As in, what I mean is that Leif is able to engage on Titania. That means that Titania is actually threatened. After which, will go down for a rally. And Azura will also go for the rally, will go for the dance. But because it's only able to reach this area and whatever parameters over here, they are unable to reach Leif. Which meant that Kronya is the only one that's left. Let me just quickly erase all this kind of stuff because I don't want to draw that thing. Please, YouTube, don't demonetize me. Thank you very much. Honestly, I never put any ads in it, but please don't take down my video or put it as adult content. I'm so sorry. Kronya will try to go for the lowest defense units. The main issue is that the lowest defense units are here. And that's why Kronya will go in this direction instead, which is not what I want. So at the end, Kronya will actually land up somewhere around this position. The issue is that Leif, you cannot hit Leif because there's a catapult in this way. But this catapult is actually quite integral because it hits this particular bolt tower. Most of the time, bolt tower usually locates around these two locations. That is why I will say it's a 50-50 gamble. I would say this is slightly more, the one on the left is more common, but the one on the right is also very common as well. But, alright, I digress. What happens is that Konya will not be able to reach Leif, will not be able to reach Azura and Air as well, which is a problem. And that's why this happens. Yeah, pretty much a mess. It's a mess. I would say though, I'm really tempted to put down range on Konya because of this, because Leif is actually quite reliant on buffs. So if I could actually remove the buff, it could actually cause quite a lot of problems for the opponent. Okay, this is another interesting AI interaction, so let me just quickly bring that up again. This is the last time, I promise. Okay, so for this case, similar to above, Leif is threatening Azura because she's able to reach, so Azura is threatened. The thing is that because Titania is in range first, what happens is that Titania will try to hit Camilla, Hot Spring Camilla, but because she's really tanky, let's just assume that she swaps, and now she's in this position, and Camilla's in this position. What happens is that because Azura is threatened, Celica will actually go to this spot, rally Azura, and because this Azura, Legendary Azura, does not have any other value action other than dance, will actually dance. And what happens is Celica will actually go down and take whatever unit that Titania launches. And this is because of the launch. That launch is really very helpful. And
Take a look.
just to demonstrate what happens,
Your feelings give me strength. The water's gotten cherry.
big oof. I would say this is very boring because the remaining 3 units aren't particularly tanky by any means, but he surrendered at the end because this guy, he scores about 13,700, I think. He's like one of the top few players, maybe not the front page, but he's near the front page. So yeah, he don't really want to drop score there, which is why he surrendered and gave me a success. Well, thanks, but I don't really appreciate it, but whatever. Oh, hey Indulger. Hello. Alright, speaking of Indulger, I'm so sorry to Indulger. He's my inspiration to make YouTube videos. But I made him test my team out quite a lot, and because I'm really passionate about Aether Raid's defense, I apologize, Indulger, for making you go through suffering, because I personally suffer through testing my defense team as well. But I find this process of self-improvement kind of fun. Right, speaking of Rampage, someone liked your comment. Leif is absolutely cheap. Yes, precisely. Let me show what's going on. Why do I make that comment? This guy. 3 airs. You know what? I'm not even going to say anything. I'm just gonna let this play out. I mean, usually rushing is not a good idea, but this came at like a very bad timing for me because I was in immunity for quite a long while, so I don't really have a choice. But just look at this. Late for bot tower. Exactly Little on Leif. Neon Zeus procs. Goes to the smite, kills Arm. And somehow one-shot Celica. What's going on? And Konya just can't do anything. But this is where downrange could be very useful though. Very useful. I might consider that actually. Is it? Yeah, downrange would be would actually be very useful. Yeah, I already switched that, but yeah, the more I think about it, the more I think downrange is a valid choice. Because Leif is really, really problematic. Yeah, I really, really need to do something about it. And yeah, pretty much done.
A merciful death.
You know what? I ain't even mad. It's amazing. I can't do anything about that. Because then again, even if that team doesn't work, chances are he have other teams that probably work against me. So nothing I could do it. I can't really do anything. And this guy, he's the number 1 player in Aether rates right now. Well, thanks. It's an honor. So that is the end of the Aether rates highlights. I went about 7-3, 7 wins and 3 losses, but this guy over here, I would consider that a loss, so it's more of 6 wins as 4 losses. Isn't doing too hot, but I think it's come down to adapting to the meta, I guess, with Legendary Leaf being a thing. Hopefully Water Season just goes by as soon as possible. Oh, by the way, I will not be uploading videos for the next 2 weeks or so because I'm going to Japan for a vacation. Really, really excited for the trip. But for now, that's all for today. Thank you, have a great time, have a great next 2 weeks, and bye-bye.